quite sure what is going on with the scheduling. I just updated on my iPhone to the recent iOS update, and I'm not sure if it's messing with my live or not. But if you, as you come in, say hello. I'm just going to make sure that we are up and running. I am not 100% sure what is going on. Okay, it looks like the orientation is live. Okay, hi Martha, welcome in. I know. You know what? I had pre-scheduled my live. Long story short, for whatever reason, it's showing up as duplicates on the back end, and I don't know if that's a YouTube issue or a iOS issue, but we are here. I'm in the right orientation. Thank you so much for being patient with me, you guys. Not quite sure what's going on. Every time I hit go live on my pre-scheduled lately, it wants me to change the orientation and it's saying that it's locked. So I need to figure out what's going on behind the scenes, and hopefully I will get this resolved very quickly, because that is very frustrating, and I appreciate you all being here. And oh my goodness, thank you for joining me. For those that you have found, who have found me. Not sure what's going on, but anyhow, we're here to have fun. Hello, my friends. I am so sorry that I missed you yesterday. We are back to days, opening up days 5 and 6 of our 12 days of crafting live. Let's see here. You don't have duplicates on your scheduled ones. Okay. You know, Patty, I just did a recent iOS update, so it's probably that, and it's messing with my stuff. So I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to research that a little bit further, but we are here. We are good to go. We are going to be open up days 5 and 6. Thank you for being patient with me yesterday. I had some bad news happen over the weekend, and I had to take care of some stuff yesterday. So I appreciate you being here, and we are going to have fun opening up days 5 and 6 of the 12 days of Advent calendar. I know. I hope it gets resolved, or I hope I fix it, or I'm just going to kind of leave it as the duplicate showing up on the back end and let it fix itself. But let's go ahead and recap. On day 1, we had the dies that coordinate with our stamp set that comes with the kit. On day 2, we opened up this amazing designer paper. Look how beautiful, bright, spring, and cheery. And beautiful beautiful and pinks and yellows, bright and cheery and springy. And then on day 3, we opened up the beautiful sequins, gorgeous, and we made this shaker card base, doing a faux shaker card. So be sure to check day 3 out. And day 4, we opened up these beautiful little labels. I love that has the gold accents around it. We did a little bit of stamping on a couple of them on Saturday, but we're going to continue on with that, and we're getting ready to open up days 5 and 6. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Okay, let's see here. So we are on day 5. I'm just going to take my fingers and open it up slowly without giving you guys a peek. Oh, hello. Hello, mask and brush. How fun is that? You know I love a good mask. Let's take a look really quick. Look how fun. So it looks like we have a bulk of flowers and then some details on mask number 2. And then mask number 3, it looks like it's the leaves, and it looks like the stems on mask number 4. And it looks like we have this fun brush. Look how fun that is. Okay. I don't know if we're supposed to use, I'm assuming we're supposed to use that. I think I'm going to still use my blending brushes, just because this is just one brush. But if you just want to play around with some masking, which we'll be doing today, let's just kind of see how this brush blends together. Okay, while we have this open, let's go ahead and open up number 6. Because today is October 6th, so we're going to go ahead and, oh, come on, Tammy. I have a feeling I'm not going to be using my box again. I'm not using my box. Oh, hello. Look how, oh, they're puffy. Okay, hold on. Let's take a closer look here. There are 2 sheets of fun, puffy stickers. Look how fun, and cherries and bows and rainbows and cupcakes. And it looks like strawberries and some flowers. Those are cute. Okay, let's play. Those are so adorable. How fun is that? Okay, let me first and foremost, let's take a look at these masks. We'll play with everything else in just a few minutes, but let's bring in those masks and see. I'm gonna turn it, I think, this way. And let me just grab a quick, okay, I have balmy, we're gonna do blues since the flowers are blues. Let's see here. I have some balmy blue and misty. And I need a green too for the stems, but let's just kind of see where this takes us, shall we? Where'd that brush roll off to? Here it is. Okay. I'm just going to hold down I'm not quite sure how that blends out. Okay. I think this is more like a stippling brush. I think because of the angled tip, it's more of a stipple brush. So let me just flip that over, and we're just gonna bring in, let me grab some mini brushes really quick. This is definitely more like a stippling. It's not hard though, so it's a soft brush. So I'll have to wait and see if there's more videos on this after people open up their kits. But that looks to me, because of the angle of the brush, it looks more like a stippling brush, but it's soft. So a stipple brush is more hard, right? We'll just have to kind of see. Okay, let's just kind of do some ink blending. I'm just going to do this small one down here. Well, we might as well go ahead and do the whole thing since we're okay. Those are pretty. Okay. I need to definitely hold those down. They're the same texture as our masks. Let's just kind of, sometimes it's hard for me to see. I didn't use the little, okay, hold on. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to bring in, this is going to, I want to mark because they do have the little markings on them, the little notches on them. So let's use this properly. Let's start from scratch again, and I'm getting all kinds of excited and getting ahead of the game. Okay, let's do the masks like we're supposed to do the masks, shall we? Okay, so we have mask number 1. And I'm going to bring in a pencil really quick and line that mask up. Notch. That's the whole purpose of the notch. And now we'll come in and do some ink blending. Okay. Here's number 1. I got a little bit off to the side there, but that's okay. We're just kind of playing and seeing how this works. Okay, let's go ahead and line up on the notches. I must have moved this. Because this looks like it needs to line up. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of learning as we go on here. You know what? I don't know if they die cut out. Let me just see. I don't think it does, Patty, because no, it does not die cut out. I think they're just meant for backgrounds, because even this is a different flower and this is about the same size, but it's a completely different flower. So no, it does not die cut out. And this must have moved. Okay, we're going to do a 3rd time's a charm, and we are going to tape this bad boy down, because I don't want this to move. So we're just going to tape that down so it doesn't go anywhere. Come back in with mask number 1. Put the little V there. I'm just using the ink that's on the mask right now, just to see how that goes. Okay, let's go in with mask number 2 now. Doesn't line up. It looks like it's not lining up, but we're gonna go in with number 2, and I'm gonna do it darker just to see what it's supposed to do, because I did not move that back one. I'm used to the masks lining up, but we'll see how this works. Okay, so it's just doing it like a layering. Okay. Mask number 3, it looks like our leaves. But I'm not quite sure that's... Let's skip the leaves, because I feel like those line up with this. I'm not sure if this is a layering mask or not, but we're gonna kind of see how this goes into play. Okay, so that looks like it lines up like the stems and the center. So maybe we'll come in with I feel like maybe pecan pie, because that could be like the center and then like the stem. Yeah, it looks like I'm just kind of making a background. But this is mask number 3 and it's leaves, but I feel like the leaves need to match up somehow. Okay, hold on. Let me just do, let me do green. Let me just go ahead and do green and see. But that's the center, so I'm so confused. Hold on. Let me just get a brand new brush here. I can do more than one color on the mask. Okay. Let me do the center, yellow center, and then the stems in green. Okay. Let me get my green. I don't craft on the fly at all. I'm used to planning my crafting out. So this is definitely giving me a little bit of anxiety, but we will work through it. Okay. And then a yellow center, you guys said. Let me get my yellow. Let me get my yellow. I'm just gonna do a crushed curry. Okay. I'm not quite sure if these leaves are supposed to line up. Okay, looking at this, okay, this lines up. So it's weird because I feel like, okay, now I see it. So yes, these are the leaves. To me, reversing mask 3 to mask 4 makes more sense to me, because visually seeing the veins, it made more sense. So let's go ahead and bring back the green. Where did I do with my green ink pad? Okay, that's fun. Here we go. Okay, so it, meaning like this. Possibly. Okay. Sorry guys, we are learning. You guys are actually helping me. Okay. So if I did a lighter green on the green, so I think it does make a background paper, like your own background with like a sentiment or whatever, that might work. Okay, well, that was fun. Okay, let me get this stuff out of the way and we'll get back to creating with our projects. That was fun just to see. There is no way the one brush though would go with all of that unless you made it all one color. But it does make a nice soft like background, and changing up like the colors a little bit. So that's kind of fun. Okay, now that we blended that, I'm used to maybe the masks making more sense, but I think if I did just go ahead and went with it and did the leaves in the lighter green and then went back in with the stems and stuff. But to me, I felt like the stems made more sense. I was visually able to see it. So it's pretty. Okay. I'll put that off to the side and we'll clean those up later. So let's go ahead and see about some of these fun stickers and maybe finishing up maybe a couple of the projects. I was kind of hoping to see if we were going to get some ribbon. Maybe we still are. But in the meantime, we can at least do a few of these, right? And then I went ahead and I die cut out. I forgot about the little butterfly die, so maybe we can add that to the project. That would be really pretty. Wouldn't that make it? Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm liking how that kind of goes into play. So we're gonna at least do this. We're gonna at least maybe pop this up just in case we can add some ribbon later. We can maybe do a sneak attack on some ribbon later. But I love, and with this one, I did go ahead and die cut out with some self-adhesive sheets. That makes it a lot easier on this die, or this die, as well as this die. So maybe do that. Let me see what these little puffy stickers are here. Those are fun. Look how adorable that is. That's like simple and clean and elegant. This is completely my style. Maybe I'll add one more butterfly down here since I have it already cut out. Patty, I just saw your comments on this one. This looks like it's maybe garden green. I don't think it's granny. I think it might be a stamped off version of garden green, maybe. Okay. What do you guys think? Oh, you were talking about the blue one. This looks like it might be Night of Navy maybe, or Misty Moonlight. It's either maybe a stamped off Misty. It looks like it might be closer to Misty. Yeah, since I was doing the blue flowers. I just saw that, so We'll have to definitely play with the stencils in the next day or so properly. So there's one card. And then we have this one. And I did die cut this one flower out of gold. Let me put that down really quick and get some of these stickers off of me. Okay. I kind of feel like I want to restamp this and do the gold flower. I'm struggling on this one, guys. Let's play with this one. Okay, maybe that one, and then stamp a sentiment. For someone extra special, and then maybe we'll stamp it in pink this time. Emboss the body in gold. Okay. Okay. On the butterfly. Okay. Let's put that one off to the side for a second. Let's pull out the heat embossing. I wasn't prepared for that, but we can certainly do that. Let me grab another label. I know there's a second one here. So let me grab my embossing stuff. Just add embossing to this. Okay, I've never done that afterwards. Okay, let me do that. Oh, there is no body of butterfly. That's how it stamps. Not the wings, the body. Okay, so just in here. I'm sorry, I guess I'm not understanding. It's a separate stamp. Okay. Oh, I did not see that. I am so sorry, guys. I apologize. Thank you, Patty. I did not see the body of the butterfly. Okay, Tammy's got it now. Ding, ding, ding. It takes me a minute. It literally takes me a minute to understand. I did not realize that. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying. I'm so sorry, Patty. Thank you. I thought you meant the die cutting. I was like, the die cutting? Okay. Okay, and then my gold embossing. And I apologize if you're coming and watching me for the very first time. I'm normally not a little disorganized like that. Okay, that's not happening very nicely. Tammy's not having a very good day. Let's try this again. This might be a complete disaster, but we're gonna see how that works out. Hang on, guys. I need to unplug something. I was not prepared to do this. Sorry about that, guys. Great idea, but I should have been a little bit more prepared. Okay, that's gorgeous. It's a little off, but that's okay. That's really pretty. That brings that gold out for sure. Okay. You are truly getting Tammy crafting on the fly. It's not quite perfect, but it kind of gives you that artistic look. It's a community effort project. Absolutely. That was the whole point of doing this specific live with you guys. Okay. So we have that. Let me see. We have a blue flower that can kind of go there. These little puffy flowers are so cute. They kind of remind me of like nail art, what you would put on like your fingernail. Some gold sequins on the card. Got it. I was kind of thinking of, let me get a cup. Let me just get a little dish really quick so I could pour a few of these sequins in. And then we'll just use, I guess, liquid glue. Okay, let's... Gotta add that, bring in more of that gold. And let me get my putty end. Okay. See, put a dot right here. And then this gold sequin right here. Just like that. That's really pretty. That's definitely going to add some dimension. And then maybe a little dot right there. It's a little hard to add sequins when they need to be flipped over. That one I know needs to be flipped. But since we already, okay. Sorry guys, trying to do this through the camera is a little challenging at times. Let go. That's cute. Maybe another one right there. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over. And hold it down the proper way. Do we need more sequins? Maybe 2 more, make it 5. Maybe 1 here. Oh, that was a lot of glue. One right there. It's easier, I think, for me to grab the sequins. There we go. So we have 2 of the cards done. Okay, let's kind of, I really wanted to bring in the other flowers for this one. Let's see. But I kind of feel like, hold on. And then what we can do is add gold sequins to the center. Let's get a different, maybe a thinking of you sentiment. Where is the thinking of you? Okay. So, where's my pretty in pink? Have our thinking of you. Really soft and pretty. And sometimes the softness is perfection. Let me see if I can cut a bigger strip here. Okay, you fit perfect. And then add some glue right there. And then, let's see if I have a big, dump a few more. I want to find a big sequin. Here's a big one right here. Kind of feel like I could actually fit the bigger one on a glue dot, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. And there we have that one. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. Okay, friends, we did go ahead and finish up the three cards, but we'll go ahead and start other cards for maybe like a background of this, of the stencils, the masks. So maybe we can do a background with just a simple sentiment in the middle. So maybe we'll play with those tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings. Whew, I don't feel like I'm rocking it, but we're making it happen. We're absolutely having fun. That's the whole point of crafting together and getting these ideas. So thank you for being with me on opening up doors 5 and 6. Oh, friends. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have the technology figured out and figure out why that keeps doing that. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow. If you'd like to join me at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for my Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. I'm running solo this week, but I will be live right here at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then at 2 p.m., we will go ahead and open up door number 7. So I hope you guys join me tomorrow for some more crafting fun, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.